Hello and welcome to race 16 of Malaysia with me, the real TomTom, for the multiplayer championship I am currently taking part in. It's getting near the end of the season, so I hope you've enjoyed the videos so far. And we're going to go straight into the race. Just because my qualifying wasn't exactly special, but I got 11th out of 13th, so I wasn't too badly placed. So up to the first corner. I am on the hard tyres, someone behind me on the soft, someone in front on the medium. I kind of know something's going to happen, and as it does, I get knocked about a bit and get a very minor damage on my front wing. It's a bit of a tussle, as it always is on the sort of that kind of corner. I started well with getting up the positions, but because of that tussle, I end up essentially where I started in qualifying. I'm trying to give enough space there to the car on my outside that I know is there. Badly take the corner, and AJ is able to capitalise on that and get through quickly. Trying to again give Eagle space to get back on the track, but on that kind of sort of double right-hander, you just don't want to cut too far across, and you don't want to get taken out by the sort of the car coming back on. But it was fine. Eagle did well with that, and I stay in 12th of 13th. So I've actually dropped a place from where I qualified, but I'm not last, and it's kind of expected to be down there. Kind of frustrated with that start. I tried to avoid making any contact, and I brake early because I know I've essentially got no one behind me. But when there's an accident like that kind of happening, trying to move anywhere is nigh on impossible, as you're going to hit someone either cutting across someone else coming up either side of you, or essentially the traffic that you see in front of you. So because I've got the hard tyres on, Eagle on the softs, he is able to breeze past me. He and I, a little touch, but again, I don't think that was necessarily anyone's fault. It was slow enough on the corner that no one, I think, took any damage. I didn't get a warning for it, which is usually a pretty good gauge of the system telling you've messed up. It was just his rear wheel connecting to my front as I was trying to give him space, but also just work out where to go. Get a little bit distracted, not quite sure where, so outbrake myself for the corner, not the best line. And now I am in last place for 28 laps. So I'm on the hard tyre, doing a long stint in this initial start. I think the plan officially is to go to the 2 medium compounds, so it will be a 3-stop with 2 mediums. However, it does start to rain, so here we go. Eagle had made a mistake. I'm able to overtake him, I believe, coming up here, or at least I get close. Oh, here we go. I do get the overtake done. So up into 12th. Yeah. So the tracker for the race, when sort of choosing your tyre options, had the middle stint essentially as wet. Yeah, there you go. There, rain in 10 minutes time. And what I decided to do was try to go as long as I could on the hard tyre and make it go as long as possible, rather than having to sort of pit too early on, knowing I'd be pitting again when the rain came. With that in mind, I did do the setup to be sort of the highest downforce, and for the first time it's actually been the most drivable in the wet. I'm still not great. I'm not ever going to set the timing boards alight with my wet pace, but I was able to control it a lot better than I had done. So lap 10, not much happened in between all that, and you can see now that I am on 63% tyres. I think I'd seen a few drops of rain, so I'd set my setup to be for intermediates now. So into the pits we come, and I decided to go for intermediates, and as you can see now, the rain does just start to fall, which is quite nice. It vindicates my decision that it's going to start getting wetter. If I'd changed to another sort of dry, I'd be about now cursing myself. And I was able to obviously go a bit longer into the race. So 11th of 12th, 13th place, I think Eagle did retire out of the session. So 11 of 12. Not that I ever get a chance to use DRS. I'm never close enough to anyone to get it. But there, so yes, it's 12 people left running in the race, and I am on 11th. Yellowbug also on intermediate tyres. I don't add it into this video, but if you watch the full stream, I do reasonably well at keeping Yellowbug behind me for quite a while. I manage the gap sort of 9 seconds, and he's slowly churning out the lap times, getting a bit faster than I am. And there you go, he goes to about a 5-second gap. The lowest it gets before I'm overtaken is about 3 seconds. I then get it back up to 6, but I think I make a mistake, he makes a mistake, and eventually he does overtake me to put me again into last place. I had some good battles, or at least I felt they were sort of fairly fair. A lot of it was done in the pit stops, and again, from what happens, you'll see in a minute with that, he does get an unfortunate tyre choice put on when I believe he thought he was coming out for dry. When it does clear up, he gets put onto another set of intermediates and has no control of the car. So it's not his own fault that he wasn't able to do as well as I believe he would have done with that in mind. But that's all in a little while. So at the moment I'm on 20% for my front left, doing reasonably well with tyre wear on lap 13 of 28, and again not feeling too bad in the rain. I'm not the quickest, but it was more enjoyable. I was happy to be where I was, managing the gap behind me to Yellowbug in 12th, and actually be feeling like I could drive the track. I couldn't ever do anything flat out, but I could at least get round without feeling too sort of twitchy, too out of control, and not doing it very well. So here comes the overtake. I'm on fairly worn inters now with a bit of damage. I was coming into the pits this lap. I didn't want to get in Yellowbug's way. He overtook me there. Oh, it's a bit late. Sorry, it's in maybe another lap's time, where a similar thing happens, and we do make contact. Oh yes, this is I'm coming up to being lapped by first place. So it comes around this corner. I let the blue flagged car come through, try and get it off the racing line and give them the space to come through. But knowing that Yellowbug is going to have to do the same thing, I try and follow Crazy Legs, great name, through on this overtake. Overcook the braking. I do hope I get a warning, and I think he's able to drive off and not be too hampered by my damage. As you can see, my front wing took a bit of a beating on that. I get past Yellowbug, which was my intention all along, but I did obviously do that at the detriment of someone who's actually racing better than I am. So I do apologise publicly for my outbraking myself. But again, from what I see, I don't think I do too much damage to him or any other racers, and that's essentially my worst incident of this race. Yellowbug obviously now very close behind me, coming up where I am definitely going to be coming in to change for new tyres as it's drying. I decided to come in a little earlier than maybe I would do normally, but the tyres are fairly worn, and I think, well, what the heck, maybe the dry tyres will come into their own. And actually I did it, I think, just about the right time. If I'd tried to carry on too long. So yeah, here I'm trying to give Yellowbug the room to overtake me, but he obviously doesn't know I'm trying to get in the pits. So I come in here, but again, outbrake myself, really lose my wing, hopefully don't damage him. He carries on for another lap. I go in and get a new set of hard tyres because I'm able to do 2 sets of hards rather than having to do sort of another medium or something because of the intermediates that we've just used. So the track is still damp, but it is drying now very quickly, and people are starting to put the dry compounds on. I think lots of runners use mediums. Here you go, you can see the sunshine, the lens flare coming down. See, I didn't notice that when driving, but it was obviously there. Yellowbug comes out of the pit from his change, only to find that he's still got inters on, so he has little to no control. I am again conscious of taking him out and not wanting to do that, trying to give room, trying to race fairly, but he obviously has no grip, being on the wrong tyre, which not quite sure why that happened for him. It could be whether he changed a strategy or didn't reset one of those sort of settings for which tyre do you want next, and he gets the intermediates put on, so he has to make another stop where I'm now able to use these hard tyres to go all the way to the end. So I'm a lap down, which isn't too bad. I do get lapped, I think, up to 10th place, so it's just Yellowbug and myself. 1:36 I'm behind MAYZ2. I do make a little bit of an error coming through this corner, and I had got a few warnings earlier on, so I'd exceeded track limits and get a time penalty. However, because of Yellowbug's extra pit stop, that 3 seconds doesn't change the order this time round. I enjoyed myself on this race. It was good fun. There wasn't much to show other than me going round this time. There was very little incidents that I had to show off. So I decided to sort of edit it to the main few bits that I had done. But I hope you enjoyed this particular video. If you like the videos, please do subscribe, give me a thumbs up. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheRealTomTom. I'm not exactly a major Twitter user, but I do have an account, and that is it. But if you like what you see, please do make suggestions from other videos that you'd like to see. I have one ready to go for next week in place of the race. I am not around for the next multiplayer championship, which is going to be at Japan, which I do enjoy. I like the Japanese track. It's good fun, but I'm not available next for that particular race. So I have another video ready to go for next week, but I'll be back again with the multiplayer championship after that. So until then, thank you very much for watching this video.